What's going on, fam? It is 6 a.m. Well, 6:06, but it's time for the morning routine. So I'll walk y'all through my morning routine, how it's helped me grow, improve my mindset, help me get shredded, and how it's continuously helping me get better and building momentum in the areas in my life that I want to improve. Then I'll show you like how you can build your routine, even though like your routine may be different from my routine. Like we're different people, we have different goals, but let's break it down. Without further ado, let's get into. But before all of this, first thing I did when I woke up, I got on my knees and I prayed. Like I thank God for another day. I thank God for just opportunity to go out and improve and better myself. And I just thank God for the life I live. So that's the first thing I do, man. Like my relationship with God is first and foremost in my life. Like I wouldn't be anything without God. So I pray and then I do this stuff. I just didn't, you see the wake up montages and all that stuff. I just woke up, I prayed, and then we started here. But prayer first, brush my teeth, and then we do our push ups and like our squats and all that stuff. So let's go outside and get our workout on. Let's go. All right, man, we made it outside. It's time for our workout. And this part of the routine I developed to help me not only build my chest, but to help me get past that I don't feel like it feeling. Like I would always feel like I would do stuff when I felt like it. Like I would only go to the gym when I felt like it. I would only like track my macros when I felt like it. And this part of the routine, like making myself do this hard thing, just sets me up for the rest of the day. So it's like a domino effect. So I do these push-ups, these squats, these sit-ups, and now I know I can force myself to do hard things that I know will help me improve in my life. So it's just a domino effect into everything else. And you won't feel like doing this every day. Like I don't feel like doing this every day, but I know I make myself do it. What I do is I take my phone and I place it away from my bed, somewhere where I have to physically walk and get my alarm, and that just gets me up out of the bed. From there, I immediately go outside. Depending on how tired I am, I'll brush my teeth and do all that stuff, but I'll go outside and I'll immediately just start. Like I'll start. First, I'll start with squats, then I do my sit-ups, and then I do my actual push-ups. So I'll walk y'all through it, walk y'all through the mindset. Y'all can watch me struggle a little bit, and then from there, we'll go back in and hit our devotion. All right, first we have 20 squats. Let's do it. Now in terms of sit-ups, I like to do like standing oblique crunches. So I put my hands behind my head, and I just kind of do a half crunch on each side. And I'll do 10 on each side to give me 20. All right, man, now it's time for the main event. These push-ups. We have 66, nice to control. Let's get to it. This is probably the hardest part of the routine, but it's also my favorite part of the routine because I know like this is something that I have to push myself through in order to get where I need to go. So me initially, I wanted to build my chest, and like me doing push-ups was a way to build my chest. Like every single day, I was structurally building my chest just this much until I looked up and it was like, okay, cool. Like I have the physique and the chest that I want. So I'll do my 66 push-ups, and you don't have to do 66 push-ups. Like if you're somebody who can only do 20 push-ups, like wake up and do 15 push-ups, right? It's just making yourself do these hard things when you know that you need to. So me doing 66 push-ups, like some days I might do a good 50 before I fail. I might do 55. Like that next day I might do 45. But keeping a promise to myself and doing 66 regardless of how I feel, that's what helps me break past that mental barrier to accomplish more and to be great. So like even if I fail, like it's okay. Like failure is not the end of the world. Like I used to be afraid to fail. Even doing push-ups, like I would be paranoid or upset if I didn't hit the goal that I set for myself. But it's like, nah, man. If I set the goal of 66 and I only hit 50, it's like take a break, shake it off, and knock out those other 16. Like just fulfilling the promise to yourself and doing what you said you would do. Telling myself, I have 66. Doing it before I get off this ground, no matter how many times I fail or where I tap out, whatever it is, I'm keeping a promise to myself. And that's what's giving me confidence. That's what's giving me that energetic momentum into, okay, I do the things that I know are hard, that I know I need to do. I can fulfill a promise to myself. So now that echoes into other areas of my life. So even doing this now, like, it just makes that other stuff seem not as hard. Like, if I could do this, being hydrated doesn't sound as hard. Making sure I go get enough water, it's not hard. Making sure I go do my devotion and talk to God, it's not hard. It's not a hard thing anymore because this set the tone and the foundation for the day. Whew. Oh, we just failed at 55. Got 11 more. So all we do from here, we just shake it off, give ourselves a second. But we told ourselves we're not leaving this floor until we do 66. So it's a matter of shaking it off, breathing, and getting back in it, dog. Let's get the job done. All right, like we did it. We finished push-ups. We didn't die. Even though we failed, we still got the job done. So now I trust myself in knowing, okay, even if I fail, I can pick myself back up and get the job done. And I can trust myself and depend on myself to get out here and do hard things, even when I don't feel like it. So that's just a small win. Us getting up on time, that's a win. Us praying, that's a win. Us getting out here and doing our push-ups, squats and sit-ups, all that stuff, those are wins. All that stuff is compiling. So now the way I feel like I can conquer anything. I can do whatever I set my mind to because I've already taken care of the hard thing. So now, just time to go in here and get hydrated. It's easy. Devotion, that's a privilege. So let's go in here, get it done, and go on about the rest of our day. All right, y'all, so we have made it to the kitchen. Time to get our water in, time to get hydrated. And for the longest time, like I wanted to be defined, man. I wanted to have a defined six pack, but I wasn't hydrated, right? The process of converting fat into energy or the process of burning that stubborn belly fat is called lipolysis. And for that to take place, you have to be hydrated. So for me, making sure I just get water in the day, like starting the day with intention, was huge for me in terms of getting the physique I wanted and really getting shredded. And I use natural spring water. I love natural spring water. I made the switch from purified water to natural spring water probably like a year ago. And it's been doing wonders for like helping me get hydrated and then like for my mental. So I'll start off the day, 16 ounces, nothing crazy, 16 ounces. And then from there, we'll add a pinch of our Baja Gold sea salt for electrolytes. Pinch of that. And then we'll stir this up, finish this, and then from there we'll add like we'll take our fish oil for inflammation. So addressing inflammation like in the gut and in the body in general, we'll take our fish oil and we'll pair that up with our magnesium to help with like cognitive function and anxiety and all that stuff. We have our B vitamins, and then we also, if I'm feeling like extra wound up or like probably had like a stressful night of work or with the kids or whatever it is, then I'll add like a little bit of our adrenal RX just to kind of restore our adrenal glands and to have us like feeling good. The whole goal is just to de-stress. So all of these things that help with like inflammation or stress in some way, shape, or form, some element. So that's how we start our day, right? So I'll knock this stuff out and then we'll get into our devotion. All right, man. So usually when I do devotion, I do one or two things. Like if I have a lot of time, I like to turn on the 2819 podcast on Spotify. With shout out to Pastor Mitchell, man. Great pastor. Like I love the way he preaches. But I either do that or I get into a chapter and I'll interpret and just get the word from that way. So right now I'm in Psalm. I'll start off by trying to get the context of the chapter of the book that I'm trying to read. So for right now, Psalm, we are talking about the life of King David. In this passage specifically, talking about Psalm 23, talking about the life of King David and just David leaning on God's promises. So it's like us, day to day, I feel like sometimes we see so much in the world that we get so caught up in that we neglect and forget that God promised us a lot. He promised us protection. He promised us peace of mind if we keep our mind on Him. So I'll go through, make sure I get my word. Today will be you know what I'm saying, from the Bible kind of day. The podcast usually lasts like 30 minutes. And right now we are kind of on the go. So we'll get our chapter in. I have the study Bible so you can go through and kind of reflect and really get the gist of everything. And man, honestly, this is one of the best parts of the day. Like I want to get closer to God, and this is how I do it and make sure I do it every single day. Like I get this much better, this much closer, just by setting the day with intention by doing this every day. So let's do this, and then we'll get into our 10 pages of our self-help book. And then I'll break down why I did everything, how it's helped me improve, and then how you can improve yourself. All right, man. Great passage. We came out of Psalm 25. We just did some reflecting. Now it's time to get in our 10 pages of a book, and then that'll be the end of our routine. All right, so right now we are reading Reality Transurfing by Vadim Zeland. It's an author out of Russia, but just honing in on mindset, it just provides like a different perspective as we go throughout the day and we face challenges and obstacles. Like the principles of the book are that life is a game and that you essentially control your reality. So we'll get into 10 pages of this, and then from there we'll explain your new morning routine. All right, man. So areas in my life that I wanted to improve in. I wanted to get closer to God. So prayer and devotion is in my routine to ensure that I get closer to God every single day. I wanted to get shredded. In order to do that, I had to be hydrated. Getting hydrated is in our morning routine every single day. I wanted to build my chest and, of course, get more detail in my abs. Making sure I do push ups and some core work every single day. It's my morning routine to make sure that I ensure moving the needle in my area. I also wanted to develop self and help grow my business. Reading some kind of self help book every single morning has ensured that I move the needle in that area of my life every single day. So I always say 4 to 5 steps of your routine that ensures that you move the needle in becoming the man that you want to be. So y'all saw, I wanted to get closer to God. I wanted to improve my physique, and I wanted to improve self and help grow my business. All of the things, those 4 to 5 steps of my routine, all of those things are in my routine to ensure that I get this much better every single day. So I've been doing this whole thing for like a year now. I have made leaps and bounds just by being consistent and just doing the routine and showing up. And the journey hasn't been perfect. Like I have days where I oversleep. I may have days where I miss a thing or two, but I'm consistently showing up for myself and I'm doing something every single day to improve. For you, define the person that you want to be, and from there, build your list of 4 to 5 things that ensure that you move the needle and get this much better every single day. And I promise you, It will change your life. You will hit your goal. You will become the man that deep down inside you know you can be and that you deserve to be. Like I feel like as men, we all deserve to be our best at some point. And if it's not for yourself, it should be for the people that surround you. Right? If you're a provider or a leader, it should be for the people that's following you. You should instill these good habits so they can see what it looks like. But we're here, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. If you do want to grow, you do want to improve, routine. Start the routine, man. And if you have trouble coming up with a routine or seeing what that looks like, or you want somebody to hold you accountable, set up a call. I'll have the link in the bio, and we'll talk about what getting a structured plan, a routine looks like for you in order for you to become the man that you want to be. Like, because it all goes hand in hand. Like, your training won't matter unless your nutrition is in check. Your nutrition won't be in check unless you have good habits, and you won't have good habits unless you have a strong mindset. So it's almost like it's a pillar of things that you have to accomplish in order to get the physique that you want to get. But like I said, man, link in the bio. If you need that help, let me know. Reach out. You know I got you. Hope y'all have a wonderful day.